What's up guys, HockeyTikTockey is back with an all new video. My name is Layton, and in today's video we are covering part 7 of the series called What is the Best Name in Hockey? So we've already gone over Team Connor, Johnny, Matthew, Mike, and Nick, and today we're doing Team Andy. So the way that this works is each and every one of these players on Team Andy has to have the name Andrew, Andre, Anderson, Anders, or something where their nickname could be Andy. So we're creating a fantasy roster, and we're going to see how they stack up against the aforementioned rosters that we've already created. So let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to list off the 4 forward lines, the defensive pairings, and the goalies. And then we're going to kind of do a comparison and see how they would stack up against the other teams. So on line number 1, the starting 3 that I've selected for Team Andy is going to be left wing from the Calgary Flames, Andre Kuzmenko. So this guy is in his 3rd official season in the NHL. He was a bit of an older player coming in from KHL before, and has been a 30 goal scorer in the past. So that's the best option that Team Andy has for left wing. Down the middle, I've selected from Chicago Blackhawks a really dynamic player, somebody who I've seen has some great highlights before. Maybe underutilized a little bit because Chicago has been a struggling team as of late. We have Andreas Athanasiou. So Andreas Athanasiou will be our starting center. And on right wing of the Carolina Hurricanes, a super dynamic player, really highly skilled, and very entertaining to watch, we have Andrei Svechnikov. So we've got Kuzmenko, Athanasiou, and Svechnikov as Team Andy's line 1. Line 2, we've got a couple of Andrews and an Andre. So on left wing, I'll start with the Andre. It's Andre Burakovsky. Burakovsky. I'm saying that correctly, I hope. Burakovsky. And then down the center, Andrew Kopp of, I think, Detroit Red Wings. And then former Flame and current Washington Capital, former 35 goal scorer, Andrew Mangiapane. So we've got Mangiapane, Kopp, and Burakovsky as line 2 for Team Andy. Moving on to line 3. We've got Anders Lee of the New York Islanders, I believe, and Andrew Cogliano. Cogliano used to play for many different teams, Anaheim, Edmonton. Early in his career was Edmonton, then he was Anaheim Ducks, then he went on to play for the Colorado Avalanche in his last couple of seasons, and I think is currently unsigned or not playing for an NHL team as of this moment right now. But I couldn't fill out the entire roster with enough players, so I'm putting Cogliano on Team Andy as their 3rd line center, just to make sure that they have enough guys to actually fill out the roster. So he's going to be playing down the middle as line 3 center. And on his right wing, we have of the Montreal Canadiens, Josh Anderson. So Anderson, you know, his last name, so his nickname could be Andy as well. And that would be line 3. Anders Lee, Andrew Cogliano, and Josh Anderson as line 3. Moving on to line 4. So for the 4th line for Team Andy, we have Jarrett Anderson Dolan. So his last name, just like Josh Anderson, is Anderson Dolan. So his nickname could be Andy as well. He's going to be the center, I guess. And then On the right wing, I've got a guy named Joey Anderson, so another Anderson. And on left, we've got another Anders Bork, or Bjork. I don't know how to pronounce that one either. Bjork. Anders Bjork is going to be that fourth line left winger. So those are the forward lines for Team Andy. And now we're moving on to the D, the defense. So for this one, starting pair, like first two guys we've got are both Andersons. As I said, Anderson counts as an Andy because their nickname can still be Andy. So from the Los Angeles Kings, I've got Mikey Anderson. And from the Calgary Flames, I've got Rasmus Anderson up on defensive pairing 1. So when I make these rosters, guys, I don't really worry too much about the left shot, right shot D. I just try to put together the strongest possible pairs usually. Well, if I can, if I know which side that the left and right D go on, then I'll try to organize it better. But for the most part, I just kind of throw together 2 D-men that I think are comparable in skill, or at least complementary to each other's skills, and could make a good pairing. So I think Mikey Anderson, Rasmus Anderson would be the best D pair for Team Andy as their starting D. And then as their second pair, we've got this one's a bit of a stretch because technically his name is not Andrew or Andre or whatever. It's K. Andre. So he plays for the Rangers. Last name Miller. K. Andre Miller is not technically an Andrew, but I'm going to count him anyways because he's got the Andre in there. And so it's a bit of a cheat. But I had to find somebody who could fit the bill as a second pair D-man for Team Andy. So we put him in. We got K. Andre Miller playing with Andrew Peeke. I think Andrew Peeke is a Boston Bruin as far as I know. I'm not 100% sure. I got to look that one up too. But that's Team Andrew's second pair D. On third pair D, this is where it starts to get a little thin. We're finding it pretty hard to make a third pair for Team Andy. So the best options that I can actually come up with is a guy named Andreas England, who is sort of bouncing up and down between his NHL team and AHL affiliate, and Andre Sekera is third pair, and I believe he's currently retired, no longer playing in the NHL. So that's all I could really figure out for the third pairing on D. If you guys have any suggestions, if I'm forgetting another player that maybe plays or is newer or something like that, plays for a team that I don't follow too closely, maybe it slipped my mind, you can comment it. And then finally, we will get to the goalies. So we got 2 goalies, really, really solid options in net for Team Andy. So what they might lack at the forwards, the goalies can certainly make up for it, because we have Andre Vasilevsky. So Andre Vasilevsky from the Tampa Bay Lightning as a starting goaltender, backed up by none other than Frederik Andersen. So those are 2 really solid options in net.